Hi,
Didn't
welcome.
know that.
Welcome to Rebel
Cool.
Geek. Congratulations. I'm so excited for you guys winning the Her Universe competition this year. So
You.
my first
Thank you.
curiosity that everyone wants to know is how has life been since winning?
Busy, very busy. Busy, very busy. They were not kidding when you say you hit the ground running if you win, like right after, like we were in a meeting like literally the day after the show in San Diego, which was so cool. And yet I think we both had a little bit of like the pinwheels for eyes while they were talking to us.
I was
So
so sleep deprived. I felt like I was in college again, like I had an all-nighter or something.
yeah.
But like I think once we got the information dump, I like process it, but then my brain wants to start designing, so it's been in that like design mode ever since. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's been busy on top
The
of
constant, like the constant just go, go, go.
yeah, and you want to get your ideas down as quickly as possible, but then you have to like go back to real life and do your job and other events that came up right after Comic-Con. So it's been
Oh yeah.
busy.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on and letting me interview you guys. This interview will be on YouTube and also will be a written article on the website rebelgeek.com. And Rebel Geek, I don't know if you guys had a chance to check it out yet or not, but it is a femme-focused publication, and we really focus on what we call the feminine phenomenon. So, like women in fandoms and in geekdoms. And so I really get excited when I get to interview or talk about Her Universe and the Her Universe fashion show because I feel like it is this awesome mix of like, you know, women's fashion and like fashion focus, as well as women within fandoms. And I know that that's a lot of like Ashley's history as well. So,
Mhm.
I'm super excited for both of you, and I want to know your backgrounds. Do you have a fashion background? Did you come in with like a fashion background or a cosplay background before entering the Her Universe competition?
Well, for myself, I started out as a cosplayer and I started cosplaying in 2000. So I've been doing it for like 25 years. And while I was cosplaying, I got into fashion. So then I went to FIDM, which is in downtown LA, and studied textile design. And then I transferred to another college and did fashion and costuming. So I already have like the mix of like the fandom and the fashion already there. And now it's like together as one. And then I heard about the Her Universe show and I thought, hey, I can do that.
That's awesome. What about for you,
Uh,
Caitlin?
for me, it's kind of the same thing. I started cosplaying in 2001, and I was a self-taught seamstress. I really didn't know anything about sewing. I kind of just learned as I went. And really, honestly, the first forte I had into like fashion was the Her Universe fashion show. I watched the very first year, and I was like, that would be really cool. But I think everybody has to have a fashion degree. And so then I decided, well, then I'm going to go to a continuing education course to do costume design and wardrobe technicianing. I actually got hired out of the program and ended up working doing off Broadway and Broadway shows as a costume wardrobe supervisor and then a quick change artist. And then I could just continue doing cosplay until finally a friend of mine was just like, listen, I know you keep talking about Her Universe. Life short, enter and see what happens. And I got to do it for a couple of years, and now here we are, which is still really surreal.
That's awesome. So, was this your first time, both of you, entering the Her Universe competition, or have you entered or participated before?
This was my fifth time being in the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the first time was
And
2018. So
2018. Wow.
and for me, this was my third year being in the show, and my first year was 2023.
Wow. So what made you guys want to continue and what is this experience like? I mean, now you guys are winners, but what is it about the show that kind of made you want to be like, "Oh, I want to do this again. I want to keep trying out for this."
it's
The
like the never
community,
end. Yeah, the community and the never-ending ideas to want to
Mhm.
design.
Yeah. I feel like with Geek Couture, as Ashley has so lovely coined the phrase, it has more of like this wonderful open-endedness to it than cosplay does, I feel like. And it allows for a lot more open-ended creativity and for you to just kind of really test how much you can push for a really unique concept. And ever since I did the first year and I got in my first year, because I applied 5 times and only got in for three of the five. And the first time that I got it, and afterwards, I'm sitting here going, "This is all I want to do after this." Like, I'll still cosplay, but I still just want to make my own designs because I know that
Hmm.
I can do that now, which is amazing. But
Hmm.
honestly, the community had me keep coming back. The designers who are involved in the show are always so supportive of each other. It's a very welcoming community. It's a very niche community, so we all are kind of on the same wavelength, which is really kind of incredible. That Ashley, I don't even think for a while she even knew what kind of community she helped build, and it's just nonstop supportive love from all the other designers. Like it's really just awesome.
Hmm.
That's awesome. That's great. It sounds like it has allowed you guys to grow artistically as well. Like you both came from a cosplay background and just getting into the fandom fashion. Can you tell me about like your artistic growth and the differences between like the first time you guys entered and now that you guys have won? Like what are some of the things you learned along the way?
I picked up digital drawing because I already had an art background, but it was more traditional, like sketching and painting and using, like markers and fashion design and painting and textile design. And so when we had to enter, the first time I entered, I had to pull out my old like markers from school and my marker paper, and I was like sketching it out by hand. I'm like, this is taking too long. So I finally like upgraded my iPad and started learning to draw digitally. And that was a huge game changer because I was able to do my designs faster and then I could do repeat prints and I could pull in prints that I found like on the internet and put it in. And yeah, that's how I grew as a designer.
That's great. What about for you,
Uh,
Caitlin?
on, honest, Honestly, the same. I hadn't picked up a pen and paper in years to learn how to draw. And the first year, um, my first year drawing was me sitting here going, "Oh, don't perceive me." Um, but then when my coworker was just like, "You need an iPad and you need Procreate. You will get much more, and we will teach you how to do it." Like I'm very fortunate. I work at an art school, so I had a lot of people who are willing to help me learn how to do digital drawing, which was really fantastic. But also just learning how far I could push a design was one of the big things. In the 20 some odd years I've been cosplaying, I have never put electronics in something. And the first year I get into her universe, it is the biggest electronics project I ever did. So I'm
Mhm.
sitting here going, well, no time like the present. I guess I'm learning how to solder electronics this time around.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, can you, for our audience, and I will be showing people images because I did take some video of the show. Can you tell us about your winning designs? I know, Caitlin, you're wearing your the mummy shirt, which I love. And so that's spoiler alert, it was mummy themed. But can you talk a little bit about why you chose the mummy?
Um, to be perfectly blunt, I am obsessed with that film. It is one of the top 10 films for me where it was one of the catalysts that actually sent me to film school. And it was one of the reasons why I really wanted to get into filmmaking. But I chose The Mummy because it had the opportunity to do a lot of really unique things with The Mummy, where I wanted to do something based off of my personal all-time favorite movie prop, which was The Book of the Dead. I am obsessed with that beautiful prop that they made. And to be perfectly honest, I also am very obsessed with ancient Egypt. I love the history of ancient Egypt. I studied it while I was in college as like one of my little sub minors there, and I really just wanted to do justice by creating a piece that was really unique, where you maybe not be seeing a character, but you're seeing the catalyst of the film, because the Book of the Dead is the catalyst to the film. Without that, we wouldn't have the mummy resurrected. So I really wanted to just kind of pay homage to that really unique prop.
That's awesome. And Lily, you did trolls, which I love
Hmm.
in the background that you have your thread all in color. Like I just that's such a great but you had like such an awesome colorful
Right.
dress.
It's over here.
Oh my God,
It's hanging up.
there it is. Can you tell me why you decided to go with trolls and like what your concept was as you were designing it?
Actually, my model, Lisa, told me that I should do trolls once they announced who the sponsor was. And at first I was like, no, because that means more fur. And I've kind of started a reputation of always doing designs with fur and like really crazy stuff the past couple years. And then when I thought about it, I was like, okay, yeah, I mean, it fits my style. Then and then I started researching the movie and I immediately like had an idea like right away.
Yeah.
And I sketched it out really quick. And then I sent it over to Hannah, who was one of the winners from the last decade when the show was really new. And she had worked on the third movie of Trolls. And so I sent it to her for some feedback, and she was like, "It's perfect. It's great. They'll pick it." And that was like all her feedback. And I was like, "Awesome." Yeah. And then so I was able to, I have a huge bag of fur that I used in my past two designs, and I was able to reuse that same fabric in this design. So it's like a trilogy now. The same fur scraps are being used over and over again.
I love that. That's awesome. Well, so I know that one of the prizes, like the grand prize basically for the winners, is that you guys get to design your own line for Hot Topic for her universe that will be sold in retail. So like you're basically like able to step into a career as a fashion designer. I would love to know a little bit about you know, Caitlin, you're a costumer. You have a background in costuming and being a costumer. And Lynleigh, you do fashion as well. What are some of like the differences and like challenges that you are excited to tackle in creating a whole new line?
It's the specifics that we have to like stay within, and then we have to design something that will kind of go with the products that they already have out there. So we do have some like limitations, but then we're pretty much free to do what we want. So, we're trying to like push it a bit to see how much we can get by with.
Mhm.
It's an interesting
And it's
experience.
Yes, very an interesting experience is the best way that I think we could put that. And I feel very fortunate to actually get to work with somebody as talented as Lynleigh because she like some of the stuff she's done, I'm like sitting there going, it's so good. But I'm just excited for this opportunity and in general. Like it's such a unique prize for something like this where I
Mhm.
will be very straightforward. When I called my mother after I found out that I had won, I called her the next morning because East Coast, West Coast time. And she was sitting here going, "You get to do what? Oh, I didn't know there was a prize like this." And I'm sitting here going, "Surprise." It was the most wholesome moment of this entire situation where she's like, "I didn't know. I'm so proud." And I'm just like, "That's fantastic."
Oh, I love that. Well, and like you're right. It is a super unique prize because it also it really gives you a shift into I know that you both have your own careers, but is pursuing like this type of like retail fashion something that you would like to continue to do? I know that now this is kind of a learning experience, but are you even thinking beyond the Her Universe winning competition that you're like, oh yeah, I definitely want to apply to like designer jobs?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I've wanted to do this, but it didn't exist 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Like Hot Topic was completely different back then in the
Yeah.
early 2000s, and now it's all like licensing, and all the licensing are things that I'm into. And every time I see their products, I'm like, hey, that's something I could do. Like I could totally do it. So I'm trying to like work my way up and build up my portfolio because I've been like a stay-at-home mom for many, many years. So it's something I want to get more into in the future. Right now, I'm just making designer dog clothes, which is fun, but I want to do more designing rather than production side.
Yeah, totally. What
Mm.
about you, Caitlin? Is this something that you want
Yeah,
to continue to
I
pursue?
100%, 100% yes. The idea of getting to design just nerdy clothing in general has always been my thing. I have been buying Her Universe clothing since the company first launched ages ago. And I have a massive collection of like their moto jackets and their leather jackets because they always have such beautiful, subtle geek fashion, which is what turned me on to wanting to even attempt to even do Her Universe as a whole thing. Is like I like the idea of subtle geek fashion because even though you're a nerd and you want to wear like the cute nerdy stuff, you can't always do that in the office. And to give people the chance to be able to wear stuff like that is like the dream. I would love to be able to do more after this wonderful opportunity. And who knows where it will go, but I am very excited to see where it's going to go.
Yeah, totally. Well, and so for people who are interested in pursuing in being a part of the Her Universe or even like wanting to win the grand prize, what advice do you have for both newbies and people that maybe have participated before but like they didn't win?
There's a workshop group on Facebook that is specifically for Her Universe contestants.
Oh,
And that is a vital community where you can get help and like critical critiquing of your designs. So that's vital. I definitely recommend joining. And then just
Yeah.
practicing art, practicing drawing, practicing digital drawing and sewing too. And then kind of just do your own original designs and start making them and kind of build up a little bit of a like a social media portfolio so that when you do
Mhm.
apply, you can show them that you have, the teeth to do it.
Mhm.
totally.
Always
That's
be able
awesome.
to put your money where your mouth is. But the biggest piece of advice I could offer is besides all the fantastic stuff that really basically took the words out of my mouth. That's exactly what I would have been saying. But the biggest thing that I found with my submissions is that the more of a story I told through concept, the more I think they were able to understand what I was trying to achieve. So not only you can design fabulous costumes, fabulous fashion, but if it doesn't tell the kind of story that you're looking to like put on a runway so people are like, oh, I get it, then I think that's something that I really feel everybody should really look into because storytelling is a very integral part of the Her Universe fashion show submissions.
Yeah, totally. And well, if now in hindsight, if you could give yourself some advice, if you could like go back in time and talk to yourself in April, what advice would you give yourself?
Start earlier, plan better. So you're not like having the late nights right before the big show and then you're sleep deprived all day.
Mm-hmm. Maybe don't make the dress completely out of fake leather.
Oh, yeah.
There are other materials out there. But hey, at least you didn't put electronics in it this year, so you won somewhere.
Yeah.
It's a small things, yes.
Things.
Well, and my last question, what are your goals now for this next year? Like what goals do you guys want to do aside from I know the Hot Topic line is going to be taking up a lot of your time, but do you also have like other creative goals that you guys are hoping to do or to like accomplish?
Just continue to work and hopefully actually get off my butt and put together a digital portfolio because my portfolio is, like college old and it's super outdated and it's not really doesn't really fit my look, this what I'm currently designing. So that's what I want to work on this year.
Uh, I think for me, I have a stockpile of designs that I was saving to submit for her universe next year. And since I don't have to do that now, I think it's time that they get made. And I just increased my portfolio that way by creating some of the stuff that I was hoarding away in my corner like a dragon, just being like, soon, soon it will happen. So I think it's just continue to make things, continue to create stuff, and hopefully, who knows? The world is our oyster, and who knows what could come from it. But I'm excited to see what could happen within the next year.
Totally. And I actually lied. That wasn't my last question. My actual last question is what didn't I ask? What is I always feel like that there's something that sometimes people that I interview they are like, I wish that they would have asked me this because I would have answered this. What is it something that I did not ask you guys in this interview that you wish that people knew or that you would like the public or like the Her Universe kind of fans to know?
There's no age limit. Anybody could do it as long as you're above what is it, 18, I think.
Yeah.
18, yeah.
Yeah, 18 to 90. If you want to enter, you can enter. You can do it.
Hmm.
Don't
I
feel
love
like you
that.
have,
And
yeah, don't feel
yeah.
like you have to be like a young woman who only designs like for women's clothing. I mean, you can do men's clothing
Hmm.
too.
Um, I think the thing that I'm thinking of is if you tried to apply and you didn't get in, just please don't give up. Always keep trying and just keep improving upon yourself. I know that it sounds like such a corny thing to say, but at the end of the day, uh, you from failing you learn, from success you don't always learn. So if you didn't get in the first time and you feel really like disheartened about it, please do it again. I applied twice before I got in. And then we even had our friend Jen in this year who applied 9 years in a row and finally got in this year, which was still so incredible for her. So never give up. Keep building your portfolios, and you too could be on the runway at San Diego Comic Con next year with Lynleigh and I sitting there going, we can't wait to watch you on the runway.
Yay, I love that. Thank you so much for coming on. Lily, I also wanted to mention I love your shirt. I love the bats. I love that we are in spooky season.
It's officially
Yay!
spooky season. It's the end of August. It's spooky season.
No, so my birthday's in 2 weeks. Well, like it's August
Happy
30th.
birthday.
Thank you. And so I always
Yay!
That's
say
my
like,
boyfriend's birthday.
yay! But best day, I think to me, I'm like August 30th is the official beginning of spooky season because it's 2 months before Halloween. So I always have some sort of like Halloween themed birthday party.
That's awesome. I love that so much.
Yeah.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
thank you
Oh.
so much, ladies. I will talk. Real quick, how can people follow you? What our social media are you on? Where can people find you?
I'm on Instagram. It's Lynleigh Sato.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
I am on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, and that is all Lady Ava Designs.
All right. Thank you so much, guys.